welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope everyone is feeling okay through this awful time. I just thought, why not bring you guys some fun content. Probably a lot of you guys are bored or down, so let's hope this cheers you up and keeps you occupied. I thought the best way to start my YouTube videos again, as I haven't posted in a while, would be to go through with you guys all of my favourite makeup of this year, or pretty much of all time. So I've basically picked out products for each part of the face that I am just obsessed with and use all the time, and I've basically created a look here using all of them. I am planning on uploading about once a week for you guys. It might be more if I have more content, but I feel like once a week is good, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Please let me know down below if there's anything else you want to see. I love hearing from you guys, and of course I want to be creating content that you all want. So enough of me rambling, let's just get into the video. I really hope you guys enjoy it. Please make sure to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and if you want to see how I created this look right here, then please keep on watching. Okay, so I'm firstly going to start with my brows. I've been using the Brow Pro Fix It brow soap. I never thought I'd get into the whole laminated brow vibe, but I definitely have. It's literally my favourite thing ever, and I don't think I'll ever do my brows in any other way now. So what I do is I just wet my brush a little bit. I just run under the tap, or you can just spray it with a setting spray, and then I just go in and pick up some of the soap, and then you just want to take that soap through your brows. So I like to brush my hairs upwards to create that like fluffy brow look, but I feel like you could also use this soap just to set them in the right position. So once I'm happy with where they are, I just take my fingers and I just dab them down just to really set them in place. Sorry about the lack of nails, obviously we're in a lockdown, I can't do anything about it. So then I just go around with a cotton bud and get rid of the soap around your brows. This is so important because your makeup will not apply nicely if your skin has the soap on it. So then I like to go in with my Urban Decay Brow Blade. I'm obsessed with this, mainly for the ink stain side. It does have a waterproof pencil on the other side. Mine's actually run out. I will say that runs out really, really quickly, but my ink stain is still going strong, and that's what I tend to use anyway. I just take this to fill in any gaps or sparse areas in my brows. I do have a lot of sparse areas in my brows, so I just like to take this step to make them look a bit more full. So I literally just go in and draw on brush strokes. I'm super messy with this, and then I just like neaten up at the end. But I would say these two products are a must if you want to have like the fluffy brow look. So now I've done that, I'm just going to carve out my brow with concealer. I love the Jouer concealer. I use this on clients, but I've started using it on myself because I'm just obsessed with it. It's super high coverage, and that's exactly what I need. I'm going to take the Peaches and Cream PC40 brush. Now if you're a makeup artist, 1000% recommend this brush. I mean, even if you're not a makeup artist, but especially if you are an MUA, get this brush. It is so precise and perfect for carving out the brow. So I'm just going to take a little bit of my concealer on there, and I'm just going to go under the brow. So I don't carve out the top of my brow because I like that fluffy effect, but I still like to have the bottom nice and carved out. And then I take this concealer down onto my eyelid as well, because that is going to be the base for my eyeshadow. And another reason why I just really love this concealer is because I have super thin skin on my eyelids, so they're really veiny. And this concealer, because it's so high coverage, it just covers everything. So I have the perfect base for my eyeshadow. And as you can see, I'm kind of like dabbing that in rather than swiping it around, just to make sure I'm getting maximum coverage across the eye. So if you're using concealer for your eye base, I wouldn't recommend setting it. I also wouldn't recommend leaving it like this. What I tend to do is take a big fluffy brush. This is the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. And I'm just going to tap over that concealer, and this will just get rid of any excess product, but it will still keep the concealer nice and tacky. So my favourite ever eyeshadow palette, I don't think I'm ever going to find a new eyeshadow palette. This has been my favourite one for years now, is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. This just never ever lets me down. I always find myself reaching for it if I'm going out and I just want to create a nice, not simple, but easy glam look. This is what I reach for. I feel like the colours are great. You can create a really nice warm toned smoky look, which is exactly my kind of vibe. These are my favourite shades at the top here. As you can see, they are the perfect transition shades. I love them. So I'm going to take a mixture of those. And I'm taking a big fluffy brush. This is the Sigma E40 brush, which is my favourite fluffy brush. And I'm just going to take this through the crease all the way from the inner bit to the outer bit. So as you can see, that just adds a tiny bit of depth to the eye, and that will just make placing darker colours on top a lot easier. So now I'm going to go in with a slightly smaller brush. This is the Sigma E38 brush. It's basically the same, it's just a bit smaller and a bit more dense. And I'm going to go in with this shade here, and what I'm going to do is kind of pack it on the outer V of my eye, and then I'm going to bring it up into the crease. You want to make sure you bring it up in the crease when you've taken off the most of the eyeshadow on the outer V and you're just kind of using the excess, otherwise you'll be applying way too much in the crease. And make sure you always have that first brush to hand because it will really help when you're blending out. Then I'm going to be taking my Beauty Bay Liquid Crystal Eyeshadow in Precious Topaz. This is amazing. If you like the Stila liquid eyeshadows, you need these in your life. They're so much cheaper and literally the same. I also feel like they don't dry out as quickly. So I'm just going to take some on the back of my hand. You could just go straight in with the applicator. This applicator is amazing, but because I use this on clients, I'm just going to be nice and safe and sanitary. Just going to go in with a flat brush. This is the Morphe G20, I think that says, it's rubbed off. And I'm just going to take this all over the eyelid, and I'm going to go a bit messy with this. I kind of like that messy blown out look with liquid glitters, so I'm going to kind of go above the crease a little bit and just pat that in. And I'm going to stop there with the eyes. I feel like simple is nice, you know what I mean? One thing I do like to do though is just line my lash line a little bit ready to put some lashes on. Obviously if you're just going to be wearing mascara, there's really no need for this, but I definitely like to do it if I'm wearing falsies. So I like to just take a flat brush. This is the Morphe M432 brush, and I'm just going to go in with like this dark browny colour or maybe even the black, depending on what eye look I'm doing, and I just stamp this across my lash line. This is also a great tip if you're not confident with eyeliner. Usually people do go in with liner, and I definitely used to as well. This is just a lot better. It's also a lot more natural. I feel like it really makes your lashes look super blended in, and it doesn't give you the stress of trying to do eyeliner, because honestly that is a stress in my life that I definitely don't need at the moment. For my lashes, I'm going to be taking the Tatti Lashes TL4 Foamy. My favourite lashes from Tatti Lashes are TL4. They are also my client's favourite. They are 1000% my most used lashes. I have to buy TL4 in bulk. And these are the foam ink ones, which are obviously a lot nicer, a lot better. So really enjoy these. So ready for my lashes, I'm going to be taking some mascara. My favourite mascara ever is the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. This is my favourite usually when I'm not wearing falsies, because it's really good at keeping the curl in your lashes if you curl your lashes. That's why it's my favourite. I don't usually use it before I'm going to put lashes on. I just use any random mascara, but I wanted to include it in this video because it is my favourite mascara of all time. If you are not a falsies wearer and you find you lose the curl in your lashes very easily, this is the mascara for you because it keeps them super curly. And I also wanted to mention the glue I'm using. I'm using the Duo Brush On Lash Adhesive. This is amazing. I literally will never use any other lash glue on myself or clients. I always use this, it's fab. So I'm just going to wait for my lashes to get tacky. So for my base, we're firstly going to moisturise. I actually usually would apply moisturiser before I even do the eyes, but I actually just completely forgot. This is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. I got this because I heard it was a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. Unfortunately, my Magic Cream ran out and it's just so expensive. I haven't got around to buying it again. I just can't even fathom that, especially the fact that I am unable to work at the moment. So I got this one. This is like £11 or something, really cheap. I can definitely say the consistency is the same, but I will say the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream just feels a lot more luxurious, obviously because it is, but I'm not too crazy about the smell of this one. I don't know why. My mum seems to think it's okay, but I just really don't like it that much. But yeah, I definitely recommend this moisturiser if you have quite dry skin. or even just normal skin and just like that glow, because it's super heavy and works really well. Next, I'm going to be taking my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I've actually only recently got this, but I've fallen in love. I don't think I'm ever going to go back to any other primer or face base. This is just unreal. So I'm just going to take this all over my face. So now my face is all prepped, we're going to move on to foundation. So my favourite foundation ever is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I'm obsessed with this. I love it on my own skin, I love it on my client's skin. I use it especially on brides. I think it's just the most flawless foundation that doesn't feel super cakey and look like you're wearing a load of foundation. I feel like if you have super oily skin you might not like it as much, but I feel like people with oily skin can still like this foundation. It's not too glowy, but it just really gives you that nice glow. So I'm just going to take a flat powder brush first and just kind of paint that over the skin. And then once I've applied it all over the face, I'm going to be taking this Peaches and Cream PC21 brush and I'm just going to buff this in. And this will just make sure everything is really blended into the skin and looks like skin. So I would usually use this Jouer concealer, but as you can see it's not very brightening, which is what I love. So instead I'm going to be taking this Morphe concealer, which is also good. I do use this concealer quite a lot. It's just not as full coverage as the Jouer one, so I've just added a tiny bit of that Jouer one underneath. I'm just going to take this in all the usual places and I'm going to go in with that brush I was just using and just dab this all out. Then quickly I'm going to set under my eyes so there's no creasing. I'm going to be taking my Huda Beauty Loose Setting Powder in Sugar Cookie. I love this powder so much. I feel like it's not only a super way of setting your under eyes, it really airbrushes your under eyes as well, which I love. So I'm just going to take that on a big fluffy brush and just apply under my eyes. I'm also just going to take this in any areas that's super shiny, kind of just like down the centre of my face. So my favourite cream contour is the Huda Beauty Tantour. Game changer, honestly game changer. Again, use this on all my clients, it's just fab. So I just take this around the edge of my forehead to begin with. I also really recommend the Real Techniques Face Expert brush. This has changed my life, changed my contouring game. It's just the best way to blend it all into the skin. Then I'm also going to go in with a liquid blush. Honestly, if you struggle with makeup cream products all the way, they are really easy to work with, a lot easier than powder products. And you can still use powder products just on top of the cream products, and I feel like it just blends a lot easier. Before I do that though, I'm just gonna wipe away any powder. So this is the Iconic London Liquid Blush in Fresh Faced. This is a really nice shade that isn't too in your face but does give you that nice glowy blush look. So I literally just take some on my finger and I blend on the apples of my cheeks and then kind of upwards. And as you can see, it's nothing too crazy. I also like this blush because I feel like with a lot of liquid blushes you have to use like the tiniest amount, otherwise it's gone way too far, whereas this one you can build up and I really like that about it. Also I'm going to use a liquid highlight. My favourite one is the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand. This is in the shade Spotlight and I love this because you literally just apply it with the little spongy thing it has on it. So these are all the areas I apply it in, and then you just go in. I go in with my finger personally, and I feel like it just gives my face such a nice natural glow. It's not too in your face, but it really definitely gives me that nice glow. I do like to briefly set my face. I'm the type of girl that will set it all and then make it look dewy afterwards with other products, just because I find that's the best way for your makeup to last. So I just take the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I've always used this powder, it's super cheap and it does the job. Right, I'm just going to go briefly under my eyes and I'm basically going to use the exact same shades as the top ones and in the same order. So I'm firstly going in with that transition shade. This is the Sigma E45 brush. Then going to take a pencil brush. This is the Morphe M431 brush, and I'm going to take that darker shade I used, and I'm going to take this on the outer corner of the under eye, kind of like to the centre of the eye. For my bronzer, I'm taking my Doll Beauty Gimme Sun bronzer in Light. Again, this is my favourite bronzer. I'm struggling to believe I'm ever going to find another bronzer to use because this is fab. I do usually use the shade medium. I don't know where it is though, so this will have to do. But I find this bronzer is super blendable. It never looks patchy. Just never ever lets me down. So I'm just taking that everywhere I took the cream contour. And I'm going to take some on my nose as well, just to bring some colour back. For my blusher, I have been absolutely loving the Beauty Bay blushes. I think they are fab. They are super cheap as well, which is always a bonus. This is in the shade Peachy, and I think it is the perfect blush for my skin tone. Goes with loads and loads of eye looks. I just love this one. So I just take this on a duo fibre brush, and I just apply to the apples of my cheeks. And for my highlighter, I'm taking my Doll Beauty Doll Light highlighter in Like a Diamond. This is, again, by far my favourite highlighter. If you like a really blinding highlighter, you need this in your life. It is so, so good. Just wait and see. I mean, come on now. I'm just obsessed. I'm obsessed, I'm obsessed, I'm obsessed. I'm going to take a little bit above my brows. Cupid's bow, chin, and the most important parts, the brow bones and the inner corners. And also a bit on my nose. Been loving applying a bit of highlighter there. I see Ellie Darby does it and I just think she looks incredible when she does it, so it's my new thing. Right, next is sprays. First I'm taking my Mario Badescu facial spray. This is one of my favourite steps because it will soak up all that excess powder and really make you look glowy again. This is also just a fab spray to have in your skincare collection because it just works for everything. If you just want to feel a bit hydrated in the morning, just spray a bit of this after the shower. It's really, really great. So I kind of just let that soak in for a bit. And then my favourite setting spray is the Urban Decay All Nighter spray. This has just never ever let me down. I've never really changed it up. I just really, really like this. And if you like, what's the saying? If you like it, don't change it. That's not even it. I don't even know what the saying is, but you know what I mean. So just going to spray some of this. Don't need to spray too much because I'm not actually going anywhere. So my favourite lip liners are the MAC lip liners. They just never ever let me down, they're great. So my favourite shades are Strip Down and Spice. I'm going to go for Spice because it's a bit darker and kind of contours my lip and gives that nice effect, you know. My favourite lipstick is the Charlotte Tilbury Kim KW lipstick. This is just the perfect kind of pinky nude. Again, goes with every single makeup look I do. I just love it. Then my favourite lip gloss, which I think I bought this just like because it looked a bit pretty and I was like, oh, I'm just going to try that. Is the L'Oreal Dazzle lip gloss. This is my favourite lip gloss of all time. It has little like bits of glitter in it. It just looks amazing. I love it. Oh, I'm obsessed. And then the last step, I'm just going to take my mascara again and just do my lower lashes. And that is the finished look. I'm going to go and do something about this hair and then I'll be right back. So guys, this is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I am really, really happy with how this look turned out. This is pretty much the kind of look I'll go for if I just want to whack on some makeup and feel really good about myself and going somewhere. Obviously that's not happening at the moment, but it will be soon, so get practicing. I feel like this is a really, really good time to practice your makeup skills and get them perfect. I will link all of the products I've used down below if you guys are interested. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Please let me know if you did, and also please give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel as well if you want to see more of my videos. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of the day and I'll see you in my next video.